Welcome back to the Wildcard show. My name is Vernon.
I'm Bryo.
Nyaassh presenting a table-topping Arsenal.
Oh my God.
And we have a special guest.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just fair as introduce. She could tell us more about herself and the team that she's supporting.
Yeah.
And we can get the show started.
She looks like an Arsenal fan before she says anything.
Oh my God, Nyaassh, you know me too well not to be an Arsenal
we know
fan.
each other.
Amen.
Yeah. Bro. You know me, I'm not a border playing chick.
Oh.
And I go beyond borders.
Okay. So you support...
So up until the day you guys win European things.
Whoa, Shambiwa.
Wow.
Shambiwa.
Before game yanze.
Yeah, I'm Nicolette. Yeah.
Man United fan?
Man United fan inside
bana.
out.
Brayo finally uko na mtu kukusaidia.
Finally, bana.
Yeah.
Nicolette, welcome back again and again and again and
I hope ata come through kama hiyo bao yenu ya tatu hiyo ya Man United hiyo mcheza 1-2.
You know the routine.
Yeah.
You know the routine.
That was a good goal, sindio?
She's the first lady to feature?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Proud honor, but
You're the first
so
lady in
happy.
it's 31 episodes so far, right?
I've
This is
been
the
the
first
first
episode.
woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And guys, before we even talk about our teams, I feel it would be best if we just talk about how weekend was, the highlights, or what you liked most about your weekend or your team.
Yeah.
And then we can start with, of course, you guys.
I had an entertaining weekend. The only downside was watching Arsenal win, but other than that, kwenda out na mabeshte wangu, caught up with Eric after a long time. So it's been a good weekend, bana. Niko tu sawa.
It's a good thing you mentioned about feeling bad about Arsenal winning, because I
that was
talk
the only
about them up on the
downside.
lane.
Yes,
Yes.
I had a chill out one. I didn't do much this weekend apart from just get super entertained on Saturday watching Arsenal. Plus, I think even the bigger game was watching Nottingham Forest, the mighty Nottingham Forest, going up against City and holding them down to a draw. That was a beauty.
But let's be honest, you thought they would win.
Not really, but I was hoping they would, curtail their progress, and which they did.
So far,
It
was a good weekend.
Yeah, it was so far so good.
okay.
So far, so
What about you?
Oh, me, I've been monitoring Qataris, so Niko refresh mode to refresh.
Oh, yeah.
Refresh.
Oh, my
Waiting
God.
for that big break.
Are you looking forward to them taking over?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
really,
that's,
really, yeah.
That's interesting.
Nataka kuharibu mpira tena baadaye.
jealous.
I mean,
Wewe si utafute simu nini? Simu
Look,
picha
me,
tani.
I'm already having the
DMs turn
richest
cronky.
person who owns sports club. I still have him, so I'm okay.
Sawa basi. Mi yangu nilikuwa Kibra. Nilienda kuwatch football kwa hizi places naitwa mabase. So for those people who don't know, base ni these places where you pay 30 bob, 40 bob, 50 bob. There's a 55-inch screen or a 60-inch screen or whatever size your TV is or their TV is, and you guys get to watch as it's like cinema ya watu wa ball. Basically.
Can tell you that was been kwanga insane huko.
Yeah, so I decided for this weekend, let me just see how football feels like watching it from those places. And yo, Nyaassh, manze, United fans are a comedy to watch.
Yeah.
Them watching football is just comedy on its own.
Yeah.
And he's already highlighted one of the points that I got away from that place, which is, it's like there are guys who genuinely pay to watch Arsenal lose. Like for them, wamekuja kuona Arsenal lose.
Yeah.
It's not even who they are playing against. It doesn't so long. Kwanza, that Aston Villa first goal was confirmation for everything.
Yeah.
Because guys celebrate. I even thought in watu wa kubet. It's just people here.
I mean, when you're at the top, that's what happens. You have a bullseye on your back, so everybody is waiting for you to drop points, especially after the run to tumekuwa nayo. And then getting to concede in the first 5 minutes, hitters were like, yes, this is it. So I can bet that's why they were super excited.
Did you guys watch the game?
Unfortunately. It was right after fan zone. Went to the game with Eric at Abanbaga, and then it just sucked.
Yeah.
It really sucked, bro. Because me niko na agenda na mtu Martinelli disrespected the league. How? You don't celebrate before scoring a goal. You ni matusi to your opponents, and he must be fined for doing that. Another person, Jorginho. I thought Chelsea were paying him side pocket installments, but to sabotage the league. What is he doing? What is he doing, man? And then he has a worldie of a game, bana. You know, to spend. Another person I need to blame, Nketiah. Where is he? Is he in your room? Is he in your room? No. Ako wapi?
Let me tell you where he is.
Yes.
You want to know where he is? On top of the table.
For now.
Been there since August. Okay.
For the record, he predicted that Nketiah will not score the next 5 games.
Yeah.
with the 5th game, which was
this one now against Aston
so it kind
Villa.
of feels
That was
special.
episode 26 or episode 27. Byron, you need to get that clip so that you can rub it in their faces.
Now, speaking of which, I want to put him to task.
Hey.
I'm a Peter test one. If he wants to prove that he's a chief jinxer, I want to give you a test. Jinx this next Monday, not to score for the next 5 games.
5?
We shall say trend.
5?
We shall say 5 games. So,
Minimum 3. To
I
make a
want
minimum
you to
3.
come on in Noma. If you feel like you're the chief jinxer,
Yeah.
jinx Saka not to score in the next 5.
And how did I know he was going to say Saka?
Saka.
Like you can't even be
Bukayo
creative.
Saka.
Yeah. If you want to tell us you're the chief jinxer, because you've already said you are.
But
so,
Bukayo Saka has been influential to Arsenal's play
so
this
do you
season.
want to try that out?
No, I'm just trying to think. Bukayo Saka, Odegaard, that go for Martinelli.
Yeah,
I don't
easy
know.
pickings, easy
Bukayo
pickings.
Saka. Let's see.
Buda.
Bukayo Saka next 5 games.
Yes.
Hey. No, Napoli, Leicester, Everton, Bournemouth, Fulham, Palace.
Yeah.
Mingi jinx Martinelli.
Exactly. Hii ilikuwa bahati nasibu hii. Hakukuwa kitu hapa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Twende wapi? Man United ama Arsenal?
Now let's
I
have the
think-
table toppers.
Yeah. Man
We start
United have to
with the
start.
table
We start
toppers.
with Arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Nyaassh, Arsenal has been conceding goals.
Oh yeah.
What's up with that? Clean sheets. We remember when the season started,
You were
all
getting a lot
praises
of them.
were to Arsenal for keeping clean sheets and
Yeah.
also winning, and then even the goals they've gone kidogo chini nowadays. We've gone back to the 1-0s and the 2-1s and stuff. We only got lucky with the 4th goal. Let's not bullshit ourselves. But
Well,
the 3rd goal was pure. Even Arteta didn't expect that from Jorginho,
Yeah.
and that's just individual knowledge and just him
Brilliance.
stepping up.
Yeah.
But Arsenal, as much as they've been winning, we've been coming from we've had a bad form at the moment. Even the confidence in the team, you can see it's kidogo, it has slowed down and stuff.
Yeah, it was.
And now having this big defeat against Unai, which by the way, Unai is very good. So what do you think is going on through an Arsenal fan's mind after the game or even right now?
First of all, I think for me, we're just getting back to winning ways after sticky patch. I know every team gets a sticky patch at some point in time. I was looking at Manchester City when they won with 98 points in December. There's a time they had a bad Carano form. In 4 games, they only won once. So they got 3 out of possible 12. In that, they lost, I think, to Crystal Palace. They also, I think, lost to Leicester City. I think the only team they beat was Everton. They lost 2-0 to Chelsea. So it happens. So I was wondering if we don't get a win against Aston Villa after the 3 games we have had, then, hey, the doubts start creeping in. Walikuwa shaanza kusema ndovu imeanguka kutoka juu ya mti. Like all the stuff. So a team which wants to contend for the league, you have to bounce back. And, of course, bouncing back against Aston Villa after going down twice was fantastic to watch. And of course, when you say about conceding goals, it's happening. I feel like our defense is a bit disjointed now, but I think just marshalling ourselves up against Aston Villa, because hey, Ramsdale alitusaidia at some point in time. There's a save he made that if he had not made that save, would have been like 3-2, and then we tried to come back again. So I'm liking what I'm saying. I feel like the goals are back now. We scored 4.
Yeah,
we scored 4. None of them were luck.
Oh, come on. No.
Hakuna
That's very
ilikuwa bahati
debatable.
nasibu.
You are
Gani ilikuwa bahati
ulisaidiwa na nani Martinez.
No.
2 blunders that gave you 2 goals.
Which blunder?
What do you mean?
Which goal?
That same, even the one of Martinelli celebrating before, it was a
It
blunder.
happens. Keepers go when it's last kick.
No, Martinez was completely outside in that game. If you watch his form throughout the whole 90 minutes, I don't know whether he was trying to show off or what he was trying to do, because unajua akona bad blood na nyinyi, but he ended up costing Villa the game. That was not luck. That was not that mulikuwa na strategy that worked. Kulikuwa kuna strategy hapo. Ilikuwa bahati nasibu.
You can't tell me there's bahati nasibu in Saka's goal. You can't tell me there's bahati nasibu against Zinchenko's goal. You can't tell me there's maybe the one you can say kuna bahati maybe ni Jorginho's goal, but that was pure brilliance, by the way.
Yeah,
because ilipiga
kipa kichwa. If you look at both of them were a blunder by the goals. In fact, I think the 3rd goal was actually awarded as an own goal for Martinez.
So maybe unless you say hiyo ni bahati. But again,
even Martinelli's.
It is not your
It was a huge mistake on the keeper's point.
I mean, keepers get out every other fucking time. You see keepers tunaona goalkeeper akienda cause Schmeichel used to do that. Kasper used to do that.
Schmeichel would recover very. You can't compare Schmeichel na Martinez tafadhali.
Schmeichel Leicester City. Si yule wenu.
Ningekuinua hapa baba.
Exactly. So it cannot be Peter. Of course, I know my football. So getting out and going to attack, it happens every other time when it's the last kick of the game, because it was like the last minute. So the keepers were utoka. Now it's a gamble, by the way. So you either win or you lose.
Sir, just for the record before Ongeze, Unai was against that.
True.
Yeah, that thing of the goalkeeper you're going to score.
Yeah.
And he said him in his profession, like when the way he trains his teams, hiyo iko kwa book.
Yeah.
He was surprised to see that happening, and it's like Aston Villa, they need a lot of polishing between now and probably the next time this fixture is repeated.
Lakini pia Unai tuachishe bana. If he had scored, would he be saying I'm against the goalkeeper going? Because if he would have scored, that would be an equalizer. Ingekuwa 3-3.
But let me play devil's advocate. Brayo,
yes, sir.
That Bailey's goal post, that was a
heartbreak. Yeah. Leon Bailey, manze, you had one job. At the end, Nyima points fantasies. Just how. But seriously, he had one job. Like, he is the one guy who I knew would terrorize that defense, especially with Zinchenko going into midfield. He had one job. Ramsdale is not a world beater. He's not like one hell of a goalkeeper. Man has 2 relegations on his CV. You have to put that ball in the back of the net.
That nigga was basking on past glory now because of what he has done. And he has relegated 2 teams and now he's not a brilliant goalkeeper. That's a lie.
He has.
He's the main goalkeeper of the topmost team in the Premier League. He's a top goalkeeper. So you can't take that away from him.
Yeah.
You can't.
We have to acknowledge that he's in a better team right now, Brand.
Absolutely.
So we can't use the word relegation with him again.
If you put Ramsdale in that Leicester team, does he get as many clean sheets as he does?
It depends with the Leicester City defense and also the manager's strategy of the defense. Because before we start another argument.
Yes.
Your back for United is still the same last season, right?
No. Martinez wasn't there. But
minus him. But most of the United squad nil ilikuwa last season, but what has changed is the manager and the
philosophy and the discipline.
So the same thing, I'd answer that using, you put the defense with a new manager with a new defensive strategy, some couple of clean sheets could be realized.
But
so you can't just say it because you just put Ramsdale kwa Leicester City and then it all goes down the
at the start of the season. Ramsdale was keeping clean sheet after clean sheet, and Gabriel and Basaliba were on form. Now that they're not on form, Ramsdale is conceding when he's supposed to step up and keep
a defensive unit consisting of goalkeepers and defenders.
So it means when the defenders are not on form, Ramsdale suffers.
It's like when Peter Cech kept 15 clean sheets in one season.
16.
Haikuwa down to him peke yake. It was down to also the defenders who are there, John Terry, Carvalho and all that stuff. So it's a whole unit.
And also Pia, speaking of clean sheets, I have to give credit where it's due. Man United, you guys are keeping clean sheets. Recently na mmekuwa mkiwin. I don't know how you guys feel after that weekend.
No surprise there. You know what? I'm too positive about Man United. Yani hakuna kitu negative inaendelea huko. Let take over for now, but let our guests have the time to talk about the greatest team.
The only negative thing is hatujapata baya wa Maguire bado.
Oh yeah.
You guys
were rid of the deadwood.
So I was seeing glimpses of him when he comes and plays, and he just gives me PTSD of the kind of player that he is.
Yes. And she's very correct. Yeah.
You know,
we also, I mean, she's Nicolette.
She's very correct because at this point, when Ten Hag is trying to save Varane, how does Luke Shaw, a left back, make centre back ahead of you? He actually prefers playing Lindelof ahead of you as club captain.
Yeah.
You have
because
to leave.
Not trust him.
You have to leave, man.
I feel like this is like another case of Phil Jones loading.
Oh,
he's just there to stay. No one is buying him.
No, but you know, let me tell you. Let me defend him because I'm very old, so I can remember when Phil Jones was on form.
Yes, by the way,
Phil Jones has more under his belt than Maguire can ever achieve in his whole entire footballing career. Damn. I've said what I said. Kujeni munipige. Because honestly, Phil Jones, I feel like it got to a point his injuries overpowered his skills. With Maguire, he has no skills for injuries to overpower.
But why does he perform for national team and not for the club?
Does he perform for national team?
You don't see him
protected by Declan and Kina Kyle Walker and Kina John Stones. We don't have time to protect Maguire. It's Man United.
We don't.
You did say time. You said, resources being a person.
Let me be honest with you. There was a time I had a very long argument with someone on Twitter because I was saying that if I was given a choice to keep either Lindelof or Maguire, I would keep Lindelof and not Maguire because Lindelof was doing so much work in protecting Maguire. if you look at how they were playing. Lindelof was spending more time protecting Maguire, and it got to a point, if you look at the time we had a really bad run of form, you'd find even Bruno comes back to defend. Everyone is coming back to protect Maguire. That means you're not good enough for the team anymore. Honestly, you remember the time Phil Jones was even being given playtime?
Yeah, the time he got up some playtime. Yeah, the last season. Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing. That's the only person who needs to like come out, so we can get someone younger to fit in that position.
How much will you accept for?
Huyu hata wanaweza peana shika bure.
Unaweza alipa hiyo Uber. I can pay his Uber to the airport.
I'm volunteer. I'm sure. But one question I have for Man United, I mean, they are doing really good.
Yes.
I feel like in the top 3 teams, one of the teams that nobody would like to come against, of course, Man United.
An informed United.
But are you guys being a one-man team? In the essence of, I mean, okay, I know Rashford has scored like almost every other game that has happened,
especially since
after
the World Cup.
Yes. And most of the times when even you guys have had to be like coming back into the games, he's the first one to score. Like against Leeds United, he didn't seem like he would score. Then he scored, then another one followed. Against Leicester, the same. I mean, by the time he scored, that was against the run of play.
Oh yeah, De Gea was keeping up in the game.
Leicester alikuwa all over you guys, and then he scored. So, hypothetically, if you were to take him out, would you say you guys would struggle a good one?
I think we sort of would, simply because we still haven't found a proper center forward. Number one. But if you remember, there's a time Ten Hag was being asked about Rashford, and the time when he sent Rashford away before the World Cup, there's a time he sent him away to the US for warm weather training, and he was being asked, does he see a future for Rashford in the team? And he told them he assures that Rashford will get 30 goals this season.
He's on course.
Yeah. So I think whatever strategy Ten Hag is using is bringing that out in Rashford. It's bringing that persona out in him. But I feel like with Ten Hag's strategy, he would prefer a front three that is scoring. That's why you see he's taken his time to work on Sancho as well. I mean, let's look at Sancho. He's also improving. Now the only missing part is he needs a proper center forward to complete that front three.
So now that Rashford is the one who's scoring most of the goals, does that make you a one-man team?
No.
Are you guys a one-man team?
No.
I mean, they can't say that. Do you think
you know why? Do you know why Rashford is not creating those chances himself? As much as he's talented enough to actually track back and actually create the chance, he has. Look, let me say this for the sake of saying it. He has Fred, who's creating chances as well.
That's a bad man, bro. And man has won Copa America.
But you see, if it's okay to create I mean, hata kuna time tulikuwa Giroud. Alikuwa apewa all the chances by Ozil. Nigga wasn't converting
until Sanchez came.
So I mean, creating it's okay, but having someone who can convert. I mean, Weghost umempia chances cut out.
Wachana Weghost. Weghost is doing everything good in that team aside from scoring. Yet, but you also need to understand what are his instructions. What's the coach telling him? Because if you look at even in the Leicester game, he was not playing as a center forward. Yes.
Queen those knockdowns and
there's
get
something. Kuna kitu ana offer. Kuna kitu yenye Ten Hag is seeing in him that he's offering to the
team.
But
he's ghosting bana.
He's not ghosting.
Bro.
Then he's striker. Kwani kazi yako ni gani?
How did Giroud Giroud did not score any goal in the 2018 World Cup.
God damn it.
And he won it, bro.
Still, funga mabao. Afunge bao. He's ghosting every other time. Man, funga bao, and that Leicester aliokea very easy in here and he could not convert, but yeah. I mean, his name is
Nyaassh, according to you, your beef with Weghost, it's because of just for you it's purely goals.
You see, like,
you just need to see goals from him.
I'm saying that because I mean I feel like they're over relying on Rashford. That's what I'm saying. If they don't have someone else who's scoring goals, if you take out Rashford's goals,
I disagree.
It's a very different Man United setup.
And
if their main striker is not scoring, that's a striker. That's his main task to score.
No, but you see, you're forgetting one thing. Like,
get other guys
let me go back to my conversation.
Okay.
There are going to be a lot of people that Ten Hag is going to have there that are going to score goals, including people like Akina Bruno.
That will have that, and we're talking of what they are doing so far.
So if you remove Rashford, if you remove Rashford, he's going to create someone else to score those goals because he created Rashford to be that point man.
I would like to see that one happen.
You've seen it in Sancho.
I would like to see that.
I think what these guys are trying to tell you is, clearly you haven't been watching United games.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, he hasn't.
I have. That's how I know Rashford is going
again. Okay, you do. So, kuna planet wa Bruno who's stepped up his role. Forget about these goals and highlights that we see on YouTube. His role at the club, he may step up this season. Look at the assists that United been scoring the goals with, it's coming from him. He's like how he used to play the first season, he may change with Sai. He's like providing that supportive role. This is where now I agree with you. Bruno has decided to be like the KDB of United, but Nani is Weghost is not finishing those. It just so happens it's Rashford who's on the receiving end, and his conversion rate is higher,
and you see,
than of Weghost.
But Weghost just came in the other day.
Ni sawa. We hata angekuja jana he should have scored
that's
a bitter pill you guys have to swallow. Some of those chances like that there's a chance
there was the one Bissaka pass. I remember there was the one Bissaka pass. That was
even
the
with
one,
that injured
Giroud,
that's a goal.
That was that I can do better.
We talk about
hauna your height.
Bicycle kick ni miguu, niko na miguu. I got legs.
My legs are longer than yours,
and then you guys have talked about Fred. Fred has also stepped up this season. So that support system that Rashford has wasn't there back then. Like it wasn't as strong as it is right now. Then add Casemiro to that. And also Sabitzer. Those are experiences that imagine I'm an Arsenal fan and I'm schooling you about United.
No. You see, let me tell you, you're not schooling me about anything. Let me tell you why. You see, Bruno is not like he's creating now this season. Bruno has been creating since day one.
Yes.
So this season it's becoming assist because guys are converting. Bruno, there's a time alikuwa competing like I think even in the first season, he scored how many goals? He'll go among the top scoring midfielders. He was assisting and creating last season, just not getting guys who are converting as it is happening right now. So you can't say Bruno has stepped up. Bruno has been stepping up since he came in.
No. He dipped. No, for me, he dipped last season.
Maybe
United
he did.
No, I think I don't think his form dipped. I think because with Bruno, he had this very tough position that he was in of he has to please the coach, but he also had to please Cristiano Ronaldo. I think that's one thing we have to accept. I'm a big CR7 fan, but I think there's something we need to accept because he was in a tough position. So either please the team or please Cristiano.
The atmosphere was just difficult for him. So Bruno amekwanga pale. I don't think like he sees that he may step up. Amekwanga tu pale kila time. It's just now they have guys who are actually now converting the chances he's been creating.
And at some point, you guys have to give credit to Eric Ten Hag.
That's the best. That's our signing of the season, bro. Me, I remember at some point, yani tulikuwa tuna sign Conte ama Pochettino. Oh my days! Can you imagine?
But if I was to pick this season, I would still pick Conte over Pochettino. Would have been relegated. Where there's a time this season we're 20th. There's a time this season, please acknowledge, we're 20th.
After the Brentford battering, after game 2.
That was after game 2.
But
tumekuwa 20 after 3 games.
No, but most of the beginning of the season tulikuwa hapo tu. Hapo chini tu tunachill.
It happens.
And a quick one before we talk about Chelsea. Update yenu na soko ikwaje na market. Are you guys finally sold? What's happening?
No. The Qataris are coming, bro.
Are you happy for that?
You see the combination of PSG and Man City. You're about to witness it, sas. Sai tena gatambiwa endo usain Osimhen, endo usain Vlahovic, endo usain Guardiola, endo usain Hakimi. Anachukua tu.
That's very fine. I'm also worried of. I understand he's buying 100%.
The Qataris are. Then there's the Elliott group who want to support the Glazers so that they get rid of the debt. And then there's the Ratcliffe where he wants like a 70 or 60% of the club.
So this guy was buying 100%. New fans have no fucking say.
What do you mean?
Like no stake at all.
That is the issue. Because there's those deep-rooted Man United fans who've been like, this is the club I've grown up with. I can't just have someone coming and sort of turning it into a dictatorship
because you see fans have been agitating to at least wakuwe na percentage, you know. Have some say in the club.
I think that was the plan when they had the strike. You remember during the Super Cup thing? Because you see what they're trying to implement is the way football is run in Germany. Because in Germany, you can't fully own a club. You only own 51%. The rest is owned by the community. But now, how do you introduce that when it's already too late? If you look at most of the Premier League teams, I can't even remember which actual Premier League team right now is English owned.
Very few. The top ones definitely
when
not.
Mike Ashley left Newcastle, I think that was the last one.
And could that also be an issue, Zilazar? Now you have this Qatari, super rich as fuck, and he just goes and acts like Todd. Let you.
No. Now you see up on kuna difference. That's where now your coach. That's where your coach matters.
Yes.
Because remember, Ten Hag is putting in a system where there's going to be a salary cap. Yes. There's going to be a way that players are being recruited from the academy into the first team.
What about the guys coming from outside?
It doesn't matter.
Will he have a say in that?
He will.
Definitely.
The Qataris' idea is to support this club, this Ten Hag and Ten Hag's dream, and I think itafika point itabidi wasikizane. Forget about nani Potter hajuagi anaambiwa nunua
English coach.
He doesn't understand these things. With Ten Hag, he understands the runnings of a business when it comes to football. That's an advantage United have.
You want to say Potter doesn't? I think Potter understands. I
no.
feel like Potter understands, but he's in a setup where he has no fucking say.
You can't. No, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I feel like he's those. You know those guys at work who are always yesing the boss, and then when the boss leaves, they're like, mse hata ajui Kenya nafanya. But he can't step up and say it. Yeah. I think that's Potter.
Okay. Okay. Before we talk about FPL, I just say this about Chelsea.
Yeah.
Your game. Chelsea was what? Was it
against
5?
Southampton?
Was it? It was playing among the different teams.
The goal rush.
Yes. You know the way you go back to high school and you see different teachers. Yet still the same school, and you're wondering what happened.
Yes.
That's how it felt. It felt like watching the Chelsea game. Who are these people? I don't know. Who's this guy with the dreads?
Madueke.
It's a new team with individuals.
Yeah, you could see that before the game because as Pilqueta was trying to hype them up and none of them looked bothered. None of the players looked bothered.
But yeah, tunnel you can't tell much.
But no, you have to. When you nasema
kwa game it looked like 11 individuals on the pitch.
100%.
Because ilifika mali it was like, okay, let me show my skills. Now Havertz goes in, does that thing, fails to score. Kidogo it's Mudryk. You still have Mudryk on your FPL?
Speaking of Mudryk,
no, I think I saw
007 Mudryk. 007 watch Mudryk.
The next game is 007 James Bond.
3 more. Tunaingia na EPL. See all competitions. 3 more.
Atuanzie like all competitions last tukimalizia.
All competitions I think ni 1 more.
Then he's due. Champions League. Anyway, do you still have him on FPL team?
I think Mudryk, it's probably I think I might be having him. I think I might be having, but I mean, fuck him, man. I'm liking what's happening to him at Chelsea. I think could struggle.
Oh, by the way, you hard, remember?
Yeah. And Chelsea, I think, by the way, they should just shut down that club.
No.
I mean, how do you spend 600M to lose to
Southampton?
Listen, Nyaassh.
No, come on.
Every season I have an I told you so moment. Chelsea is currently my I told you so moment. You remember? Hata kwa football digest niliambia wase Chelsea ita struggle this season.
Yeah.
Nikapata ma haters hadi kuna wase wengine niliwa block.
I know how that
it became a personal thing. Nicolette has this personal agenda. Muko?
Yeah, Muko happy,
and they're struggling now.
But
yeah, wafungwe bana. Your club. Me, I don't see how you spend 600M to lose to Southampton.
In one transfer window by
at home. Wako chini bana.
Ni sawa.
But yeah, Chuck Norris I think atakaka.
That's a good one. Yeah. I bought James on my FPL team. I thought Chelsea were going to keep a clean sheet, but 2 surprises. 1, he wasn't played, which, by the way, I don't know why.
Yeah.
And then 2, Chelsea, they give away the clean sheet to Southampton, a team that has been conceding goals from time to time.
Yeah.
And I talked about JWP, James Ward-Prowse, being the only key player from Southampton who's going to give you points. And I said it before the game. And I was like, Chelsea, they're going to keep a clean sheet, but with this, in the event Southampton score, it will be JWP. And then he goes ahead and he does it. So with Chelsea, honestly, FPL managers, please sell Chelsea assets right now. Because right now they're not a team, they're just individuals, and it will affect your FPL team.
By the way, I still Meona.
You still have it.
Have the man that we gave you a staggering.
So yeah.
1 point.
1 point. Yeah.
You need to sell him because kuna a couple of teams which have a double game week. Liverpool have a double game week. Yes. Everton have a double game week. Arsenal have a double game week. I don't know which other team has a double game week, but there are several teams which have double game week in this double game week 25 that we need to look at. But before even talk about that. How's your team and who do you plan to captain?
And how many points in total?
And how many points in total do you have?
I think that's quite easy.
I'm
My team
on-
is looking good, bana.
Okay.
So umejua mimi ni champion, bana.
Yeah.
Undisputed.
Carabao Cup champion.
Thank you for saying that because that's happening this Sunday.
I mean,
ushasema.
Carabao Cup
He has
champions
put it into the
wakiongea.
universe. He has put it into the universe.
Champions wakiongea, you are the last one to talk.
Yeah.
Champions of?
Champions
What have
wakiongea.
you won?
Champions hata hujashinda?
Hiyo ni
Carabao
secure.
hujashinda?
Wacha nikwambie, hii bante yote mmeongea, it is setting up a Weghost winner on Sunday.
I think that's the prediction.
It is
Joe
setting
Fabian,
up a
that's the
Weghost
prediction.
winner.
Both of them winning. Joe Fabian
that's the
atakuwa
prediction
amefunga
now.
macho.
Yeah, but my team is looking good. Unfortunately, I did not slot in Robertson this past game week.
Okay.
So I've slotted him in for this coming game week.
Okay.
I still have Shaw, Estupinan, Rashford, Saka, Odegaard, De Bruyne, Bruno, Ivan Toney, and Haaland.
How many points?
Now the issue is this coming game week, Brighton and Man United and Brentford and Newcastle won't be playing.
Blank.
And I have
Oh my
many Man
God.
United and Brentford players, man.
Will you use a free
Hiyo
hit
ndo
chip?
shida. I think I should use a free hit chip, bana.
Okay.
But other than that, I would have captained Rashford. So either free hit ama niaminie watu niko nao. Niaminie Haaland terrorize Bournemouth.
The good thing about managers like you in FPL in this problem that you have
Yes.
is you can use the free hit chip and actually fit in 11 of your players who have a double game week.
Yes,
Yeah.
So
by the way.
that's
Just for
a
that game
good
Yeah.
time to use your
Yeah, but other than that, total points 13-22 ban. Hey, I'm not doing so
13-22.
well.
Hey.
What
Kuna
about
watu
you?
wameenda ban. Hey.
Hey, me, this weekend was a terrible one. First of all, I had captain Haaland. He did fuck all against Forest, but I loved it. Then I also had Mudryk, who gave me a solid 1 point. And I had 46 in total.
Ukipewa job ya Arsenal ni relegation.
But you see, this is where the difference comes in. In total, I have 1433 points.
Hey.
14-33.
Watu tu tunaweza ongea hapo na ni Byron. Nyinyi
Byron.
wengine mka
What
huko.
about you?
Me, you know, I'm the Sean Dyche of this, and I take it proudly.
Okay.
I'm always almost there, but never there.
Pole sana.
First of
pole
all, I
sana.
always forget to rearrange my team.
Yeah.
For some weird reason, last week I did. Nika captain Rashford.
Ndio maana alishinda. That was you know, weirdly I had said I would captain Man United players after 11
Oh yeah, you
game
did
week.
by the way. Yes.
Nilisahau bana. Nika captain Rashford because I have him and now I have to take him out because of next game week. I don't know how he'll handle that by the
So
way.
for the first time niko na points kukushinda. Nilipata 48 points.
There's always a first.
How many points do you have in total?
In total I'm at 1305.
Unatry.
Nilisema Sean Dyche.
No, that's good in your own terms. Hivi kwangu
Unatry. Keep it up. Yeah.
Hey, Mimi, I'm on 50 points. I banked on Man United winning this game. That's why I went for Rashford as a captain. I mean, not Rashford, Haaland as captain. And my vice was Rashford, actually. And I was disappointed. Kane has been consistent, so I'm lucky to get an assist from him. And Rashford, man, and 15 points. Luke Shaw again.
Luke Shaw. I
You
keep
see?
telling you guys.
So
I had Luke Shaw. Yeah.
Imekuwa poa. So far, I'm on 13-23. So
Just
nimeshindana
one ahead of
Cheki.
me.
one point.
Cheki. By the way, you guys are doing terrible. If Nicolette has 1305, na huwa hapangi kikosi, this man demo anapanga game week in, game week out, and we have 1300. Mko
Na
down.
amesema hivyo.
Mko chini.
Maybe nileka tu Rashford
Mko
ga
chini,
captain na
mko
ikaendelea.
down. Mko down. I also did a blunder. Over the game week, I had Nani on the bench. Leno. Guess how many points he had?
9.
11.
Wow. Oh, the Fulham clean sheet.
Fulham
Yeah.
versus Wolves.
I had Raya, who gave me 3 points.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But the good thing about Leno is he's playing this week, game week 25.
Yeah.
So, captains, for your FPL this week.
Oh man, you know what? Devil's advocate, man. Haaland failed to perform against Nottingham. Go with him again because it's Bournemouth.
Had a double game week.
Hana.
Yeah.
But you could bank on Liverpool players.
Yeah, or Arsenal
Gakpo
players.
ameanza kufunga.
Oh, Arsenal players.
Nunes, hey, wow, what a goal by the way against Newcastle.
Yes.
So I think you could bank on a Gakpo. No. Darwin useless aezi. Gakpo. I'd risk it with Gakpo because it's a double game week. Gakpo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does Arsenal have a double game week?
Yeah. I was
Against
about
Leeds,
to tell you. So, Saturday away to Leicester, Wednesday home to Everton.
Good on that one. I think I'll captain Saka.
Saka.
Yeah.
Especially against Leicester, that defense, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Fess. Is he called Fess
Wood
or
Fess.
Fess is crap. He's a clown of a defender, that one.
Somebody said that's David Luiz.
Extending his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kialani.
What about you?
I think I'll captain Saka most likely. Ako kwa team, so
You might as well.
might as well.
Don't forget, there's a chief jinxer in the house. I told you. Jinx Saka. Game tano.
Basi unajua niko na Trossard as
Kila
well.
game thou.
Saka.
Maguire.
Nimejinx Martinelli.
Maguire.
Yeah, for me, based on form, I go with Saka for my captain. I'm gonna buy him and see I'm gonna triple up on Arsenal assets on my team. Yeah. So any other thing before tumalizia?
This weekend there was also a very big game happening, but for rugby.
Okay, Cabras
versus KCB, two unbeaten teams. They are the top most teams in the league, and it was sold out.
Oh,
Yes,
Nice.
at the Lions Den, and Cabras walikuja na wakapiga KCB kwao.
Hey.
So Cabras ni noma. It was a heck of a weekend, that one, for rugby fans.
I don't have much to say. Same statements. Nketiah tushapita. Man United will win more trophies than Arsenal this season. Repeat.
Dreams are valid.
Well, what about you?
Me, I just want to say, I'm waiting for the Qataris. And then I'm waiting for Vlahovic to come and be our main center forward. So that Nyaassh can just... I'll get you all the anti-acids.
All
the anti-acids. I'll sponsor you. I got you.
Tumalize.
Me yangu to be a message to you Arsenal fans. Me mali niliwatch game hapo kwa base before hata game ya Arsenal ianze. United fans had already been packed up kwa your area and they were saying Arsenal fans vaeni jazi. Stop wearing what as in mwanze kuvaa jazi, especially time yenye me lose points because when you was 15 points, which was something
walikuwa nazivadi kwenda job.
Yes, so to Arsenal you're being told keep the same energy.
Final question for you Arsenal guys. Who's more of a title challenger this season? Man City or Man United? Who do you feel in the long run? Because Man United have picked up form at home.
Yeah.
Like at home. I don't see us losing any game at Old Trafford right now, but
They're going to say in the long run, because
in the long run, yeah.
That I will give Man City. In the long run.
Really?
Yeah.
Venant?
Based on form, United.
All right.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so up until next time, guys.
Adios.